Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. We're gonna have a transparency video today. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I've started enjoying them because it gets y'all to see more about me. And I never want things to always appear perfect because nothing in my life is perfect. We are not perfect. And as an entrepreneur, you go up, down, up, down. And I'm not even gonna lie, for me, my up, down could be like within a 10-hour time span. I cannot make this up. Like, there are some hours throughout the day where I'm up, and then there's hours in the day where I'm down, and then there's hours in the day where I'm like in the middle, and it's just like an emotional roller coaster sometimes, daily. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys know I have been a full-time creator for 5 years. I've been a six-figure earner 5 years. None of this is new to me other than coaching, being a coach and a mentor. That is new to me, and just um, the way of gaining clients, being on TikTok Live. That is new to me. So, and again, I recognize that I need to work on being more appreciative and grateful for what I have accomplished in the short period of time of doing this. And that's something I will continue to work on every single day in hopes to get better at it. But I think because I'm used to making this type of money, because I've been making this type of money before, I think my level of gratitude, if that makes sense, it's like not as high. It's kind of like, okay, like maybe, because I have another example. Maybe you got a job and ever since you've been working, maybe you're used to making minimum wage, right? And so you get a job and now they're gonna pay you like 20 bucks an hour, right? So you're like super excited because you've never made that money before. But then after a while, once you start the job, yada, 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 after a while, that 20 bucks an hour, like, it's not hitting like it used to. And maybe you don't like that job anymore, so you're trying to find another job. And everywhere is only paying $20 an hour. It's like you're not as excited about $20 an hour anymore because you've already made that. You've been there, done that, right? You want something more. And so that's how I feel like I feel like that's where I'm at, like with my coaching business. Like, I love coaching and all that stuff, but I'm saying, like, income wise, because I am used to making more than what I'm making right now, it's, I guess, harder for me to be grateful, even though it's in something that I love to do. It's like a mindset shift thing that I'm still working on diligently because I understand it's toxic. And my mentor and I had a long discussion last night. It's a very toxic mindset to be in. So I'm well aware and I'm working on it. Um, but anyways, so these past 3 days, I am new to sales in a sense of, going on live and trying to sell something right there on the spot. I come from OnlyFans, so I'm making sales throughout the day. I'm not always actively on live. Like, I'll wake up and have made a couple $100 while I was asleep, right? Whereas with this, the only income I make most of the time is when I'm on live. Now, there have been a couple of times where people have purchased my coaching and, it was overnight or a couple hours after I got off live. But most of the money that I have made on my coaching business so far has been when I'm on live. So if I'm not on live, I don't get paid. Or if I don't sell anything on live, then I don't get paid. So I have been going live every single day. And for the past, I would say for the past 4 weeks now, I've always made at least one sale every time I went live. So it's been a while. But of course, when I first started, I wasn't, right? There'd be days and days where I'd be on live trying to, make a sale and I wouldn't. So then I got used to making a sale every day, right? So this week, these past 2 days, so this is day 3, but the past 2 days I didn't make any sales on live. And so the first day it happened, I was like, okay. Like, because I go live 3 times a day. So I'm like, okay. Well, I'm still up from last month, so okay. Then the next day, no sale. So I'm like, not saying like when I first started, I did not make sales every day, right? So, but you kind of get used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has been like 6 weeks where I was making a sale, at least one sale every day, if not more. So you get used to that and that becomes your new bar, right? So I'm like, okay, day 2 in a row, no sales, huh? So now I'm in my head. Okay, I am in my goddamn head. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand. I'm showing up every single day. I'm doing the same thing I've been doing. Like, what is up? And then, like, I'm getting annoyed because sometimes when I'm on TikTok, I'm not getting the reach. So it's like, because I don't know if you know this, but TikTok not only shows your live to people who are already following you, but also people who have never seen you before. So then I'm not getting the reach. So I'm like, what is going on? So I reached out to my mentor, had her watch my live, and we critiqued it. We critiqued it, honey. So, and it was frustrating too, because when I was on the live and she was watching it, my reach was really low. Like, I was low key confused because I thought I've grown my lives better. Like, it was literally reminding me of when I first started. Like, I only had like 3 people on there, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, it's been 7 weeks. My TikTok lives are typically doing a lot better. Why on this live that she's sitting watching critiquing is the engagement super low? Like, what is up? But anyways, like, if she wasn't on the live, I probably would have just ended it. But I'm glad she was, because it allowed me to get the best feedback. So she critiqued the hell out of my live, which is what I wanted. You cannot grow if you are not challenging yourself to do better. So she critiqued a lot of things. She wants me to start doing more being hype in the first 5 minutes, say hi to people as they join. And then she was like, I need to stop asking for shares right away. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're on TikTok live, the way to grow your live or to get it seen to more people is by the interaction. So at first I wasn't asking people to share. That has changed. I started doing that when I started realizing that the more people are engaged, the more your live gets shown to more people. So she was saying, like, I can't off the gate start looking for shares, because it's like people don't know what they're sharing. Like, they haven't gotten enough information to want to share it. Then she was like, I need to educate them and break down Canva and be a little more, I guess, I need to have better examples, she was saying. And then when I get into my offer, if no one's asking for the mentorship yet, I need to ask for permission to show them how much I make, and then ask for permission to show reviews. Don't just get right into the offer. But that's what I have been doing. So, it had been working. And then she said, I need to walk them through checkout, not just tell them what to do. And then she said, I need to find more motivational quotes to say on my live. And I need to go into it trying to help someone, not trying to make a sale. She said that the live that she watched, she felt an energy of desperation. And I could see that. And I was telling her, this was day 2 of no sales. So yeah, my energy may have not been what it normally is, but it had nothing to do with that. It was more just me being annoyed with myself, because I'm like, well, what am I doing wrong? And so then she was letting me know, like, when you move in that type of energy, believe it or not, people can read, people can sense it, and it becomes uncomfortable. But see, I thought I was putting it together, holding it together nicely, but she said she could read it, so that let me know. And she was just saying that this happens. She was like, this happens. She makes a lot of money on TikTok live. I do the same thing she does. Like, she has coaching and all that stuff. And, when I watch her lives, y'all, she'll make like, she'll make like $9,500 on one live, like habitually, like every day. Like, I feel like the least amount I've seen her make on a live was like $5,000 in one live, an hour and a half. Yes. But she was like, when she first started, she wasn't making that. And she would get frustrated within herself, because she'd be like, why can't I make more than $1,000 a live? Like, what's going on? Like, she said she used to be boo-hoo crying, like, just trying to figure out what is she doing wrong. And there'd be days where she didn't make any money. And so it was a good session. I'm so happy for the feedback. And then she even suggested to me, she wants me to change my script. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And she literally writes out her script. And she showed me how she writes it. She has it memorized now because she does it every day, but she had it written out, and she was showing me, like, she writes out everything that she's going to say, and she has it right next to her on live so she can refer to it as she's talking. And so she suggested that today I do not go live. She's like, I understand you've been going live every day, But I'm telling you, like, and then on top of that, I go live 3 times a day, every day. She was like, sometimes, Jazz, you need a break. And she's like, I love how ambitious you are. I love the drive, the energy, and the fact that you want it so badly. It's going to happen, but you cannot keep doing this like every single day with no day off. She was like, that energy of desperation that you have, like, that could easily be fixed if you just took a day off. If you just took one day off, that energy will be gone. Like, I promise you. It's just because you're so in it that you don't even have a second to just take a step back. And after I got off the phone with her, I was like, no, I'm still going live tomorrow. Like, what's she talking about? But then, like, I was like, okay, well, she knows best. There's a reason why I pay her, right? There's a reason why I value her opinion. There's a reason why I invest my money with her, because I know she's going to give me the truth and she's going to help me. And she has helped me so far, you know. So her opinion is very valuable. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, when we were on the phone, so after the live, like, I was boohoo crying, like snot coming out my nose. It was like uncontrollable. Like, I was trying to hold it together. We were on the FaceTime, and I was writing down the notes that she was telling me and things. And then she was like, Jazz, you got really quiet. What's going on? And I was like, and I'm trying not to cry now. But then, like, I just lost all control. Like, I literally just lost all control. And I was getting mad because I'm like, this is so not professional. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like as women, and this could just be in my head, let me know, leave a comment down below. But I feel like as women, we're already emotional creatures. And then it's like, I try my best when doing business to not be emotional, because I don't want to be labeled as that woman. You know what I mean? In business, that's emotional. And at the end of the day, like, this is a business call. Like, you know, I pay her for the services. Like, she's not my counselor, you know, like, I'm trying to hold it together. But y'all, I lost all control. I just started boo-hoo crying. And it wasn't like a tear, like, no. I was crying my eyes out. Snot coming out my nose, drool coming out my mouth. Like, I was crying. I was like, can I just call you back? Can I just call you back? I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, Jasmine, let it out. Let it out. Like, you would be surprised. I used to be in my closet, like, crying, like boo-hoo crying, trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Like, this is a part of the journey. There's nothing wrong with you. This just shows how badly you want it. And that's why we're critiquing it, so that you can get it better. And I was like, yeah, it's just frustrating, because it's like, in my head, I feel like I should be so much further along. And then, so then she was reminding me, Jasmine, you're already up 1,000 more than you were this time last month. And she was like, you're doing an amazing job. Like, just giving me all the reassurance that I needed. But again, I think it goes back to, I'm used to making this. You know, I think if, and like I said, I recognize it's a mindset shift. I completely understand. I have got to change my way of thinking. But I think the reason why I'm having a hard time being grateful is because, like, I haven't reached a new milestone financially yet. In this business, yes. But overall, as an entrepreneur, no. So I think that's why, like, it's just hard for me to be appreciative of it. And so that's when she was like, I need to just, you know, take the day off. Like, she's like, I understand, you know, you make your money when you're live, and if you take a day off, you're not going to make any money. But honestly, Jasmine, I think for your mental health, you just need a day off from live. She's like, I want you to still work on your scripts. I want you to practice your script. Still make content, because I know you love making content, which I do. I love making content. I could do this all day. But, like, as far as, like, going live, I think you just need a day off. So today is my day off from live. So I'm gonna be in here making content, and I started working on my script a little bit. I started last night after we got off of the call, and so I got some really good motivational quotes off of ChatGPT. The moment you believe in your ability to succeed is the moment money starts chasing you instead of chasing it. Confidence prints money. Doubt keeps you broke. Choose wisely. So these are like quotes she wants me to say throughout my live to really trigger people's pain points and stuff. So I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down. And so I gotta kind of like basically rehearse it so that when I do get on live tomorrow, there's a natural flow to it. It doesn't, I'm not stumbling over words because basically she wants me to switch up everything that I've done. So it's gonna take a lot of rehearsing. The reason why I'm so comfortable with the live that I do now is because I've been doing that script for a while. So, it's all off of memory. But now this is pretty much a whole new script. So, and some hype driven pain points. Your content should be making you money. If it's not, you're doing it wrong. Just things like that to really drive it in. Who wants to make money while they sleep? Put a 1 in the chat. If you knew one digital product could change your life, would you launch it? Drop a 1 in the chat. Who's sitting on knowledge they could be selling right now? Be honest, put a 1 in the chat. So it's just a lot of stuff I got to rehearse today. And so I'm not going to go to the gym. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the treadmill later. And I'll just bring this book. See, like I started writing stuff down. I'll just bring this and like talk and, work on it while I'm walking. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to be more transparent. This is like a behind the scenes it's like a motivational channel. Then the behind the scenes of me growing my coaching, motivation, all the stuff, mentor. So, I'm not perfect by any means. I have my moments. I have a lot of moments. I have a lot of moments. Trust and believe. I have a lot of moments, honey. Yeah, it's just what comes with entrepreneurship. Like I said, it's up and down, up and down. Right now, I'm up. I feel so much better. I'm not crying, sad, depressed. Right? I feel good. I feel motivated. I am excited to take today off from going live. I do think I need it. So, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.